Trinity B1 ISC1 4 Skills Test, SELT Secure English Language Tests, B1 English Test ISC1, Skilled Worker, Health and Care Worker, Scale-Up Worker, Student Visas.
This is Trinity College London ISC1. I'm your interlocutor for your speaking and listening test. My name's Angelina. What's your full name?
My name is Mohammed Junaid.
Okay. And what's your title of topic?
My title of topic is hobbies.
What are your 4 topic points?
Playing sports, shopping, meeting friends, and playing video games.
Okay. What kinds of video games do you like to play?
I like to different type of video game playing, like a racing games, Candy Crush.
Okay. And how long it's been you're playing these video games?
Since my childhood, I really like to playing the video games.
All right. Could you tell me about a game that you had been playing recently?
Yes, now I'm a PUBG player,
All right.
and sometimes I really like to playing the Candy Crush game.
How often do you meet your friends?
Normally, when we off, then I make a one WhatsApp group and inform to my friend and get together in some place, going outside of a hotel and eating some foods and playing games.
I'm asking you, how often do you meet your friends?
On weekends,
Okay. What do you do when you meet your friends?
I make a plan. Sometime I go for play cricket. Sometime I go hoteling and get together, talking a lot.
Okay. And where do you usually like to eat out with your friends?
I make a plan going to some my friend like and go to the hotels in buffet hotels. So I sit long time and eating food and gossiping to each other.
What kind of sports do you like to play?
Uh, Mostly I play crickets. So you know UKVI there is sometime good, sometime bad. So weather is good, then I go on the playground, then I play in the cricket.
Are
And sometime I
Are there any extreme sports that you like to play?
uh, after firstly I prefer to play cricket. Then weather is not good, then I really like to play badminton.
I'm asking about any extreme sports, sir, like boating, rafting, climbing, hiking, swimming. Swimming is not
Swimming,
extreme, but
and swimming is
swimming is not. But bungee jumping, scuba diving. You know about scuba diving, right? People
yeah,
go.
yeah, scuba diving.
So bungee jumping, they
Jumping,
down from.
yes, yes, bungee jumping. I really like to bungee jumping. Sometimes I go with my friends, like children, we jump.
Then is one more, you do it like this. It's called paragliding. They,
Paragliding, yes,
yeah, you hang with the
yeah, I know that.
thing. So that,
Yeah,
I think even ice skating is an extreme sport. Skiing, you know about skiing?
yeah,
Ski.
yes,
People get onto the
yeah.
top of the mountain and then they ski.
Mm,
These are
but
called extreme.
I'm very scary to height, so that's why I don't do this game.
Okay, so you need to understand this is vocabulary for sports. Examiner might ask you, do you like any
Okay.
extreme sport? Extreme sport means sports like this, a little bit risky and dangerous.
Okay, okay.
Another name for this is adventure sports. Do you like any adventure sports? Then you would say, yeah, I like bungee jumping, or maybe you can say I like scuba diving, anything like it. Yeah? So let me ask
Yeah,
you once again, do you like any extreme sports?
yes, I like
What's your favorite extreme sport?
scuba jumping,
Scuba diving. That is
scuba diving. So,
bungee jumping. Okay. All right. So do you prefer indoor sports or outdoor sports?
It's depend on the weather. Sometimes weather is good, so I go outside sports. Then weather is bad, then I prefer to go inside sports.
Thank you so much. This is the end of part 1. Now, part 2. I'm going to choose a topic myself for you. It's going to be a
Okay.
2 minutes conversation. And the topic that I'm going to choose for you is saving environment. So what can you do to save your environment?
It's saving environment.
Environment, yes. How can you save your environment?
Uh, um,
By
is a very give me a little bit example of this one.
Okay,
Then
let me teach you. Okay, this is an important topic
okay,
in case something will happen. In case, I'm not sure,
okay,
but there's a chance. Look, you can save environment by planting more trees. Okay. Second way to save environment is to not throw trash or garbage on the streets. Okay. Uh,
okay.
I mean, and
No
another,
garbage on the street.
yes. Another way is also using public transport to save the environment, because the more you use
Yes,
private cars, the more fumes or more.
more fuels. Yes,
Yes, that is another way. Another
usable.
way to protect the environment is also not using a lot of plastic, because
Not using
plastic can
plastic.
really
Yes,
destroy the environment. And I think
yeah,
besides that, we can save water to protect the environment,
uh,
right?
yes.
We
Save
can,
electricity.
yeah, save electricity and also use,
Mm,
uh, we can say that environment friendly resources, energy resources, right? Like
energy
solar
resource.
energy or maybe
Mm,
water
mm,
energy, but avoid using energy that is produced by fuel,
okay,
So that is also a way to protect the
okay.
environment. So if I would ask you now how you can protect your environment, then what would you say?
I growing a lot of plants. Using the public transport. No garbage on the streets. Let's use the plastic bag. Even avoid the plastic bags. Uh, Save the electricity. Save the street gas. Uh,
Moving further,
okay.
let me change the topic. Usually the topics that come in exam are day to day, but this topic, there's a possibility. Let me change your
Mm.
topic. Let's talk about your favorite festival. What's your favorite festival?
My favorite festival is Eid al-Fitr.
All right. And what do you do on this day?
Firstly, I get up in the morning, then go for mass prayer. Then after this, we come and wearing a new clothes, go to meet with my friends, families, get-togethers, uh, make a plan to go outside with my friends.
Do you
Sometimes we go to
do you think it is important to celebrate festivals?
yeah, it's a very important festival for the Muslim peoples, Eid al-Fitr.
Okay. Um, where do you like to go on this festival?
Mostly, I like to go with meet my family members around my cities and
Now I would want you to ask me 2 questions about festivals.
okay.
You ask me 2 questions about festivals.
Okay, I will ask you a question. Okay, what is which clothes you like to wearing in the your favorite festival?
I like to wear fancy clothes on my favorite festival.
Okay, and where you like to go for your festival
I really
mostly?
like book festivals, so I like to probably travel to a place that is exhibiting different kinds of books. So I like to travel to that place.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is the end of
You're welcome.
today. You have passed with a merit, but I'm sure that one day you'll do better. Okay? But you have a great understanding now of this topic, that is environment, saving environment. See, if the examiner will give you this topic, you would be able to ask questions. Yeah? Right. So I'm going to play a recording about Charles Dickens. Okay? Charles Dickens. Please listen to the recording twice, then I'll ask you some questions about the recording.
ISE 1, Task 1.
Charles Dickens was born in 1812 in Portsmouth, England. Dickens was lucky enough to go to school, but at the age of 12, he had to leave school to work in a factory. After this, he worked in a law company and then became a journalist. His first novel was published in 1836. It was called The Pickwick Papers. It was published as a serial, which meant people could buy one chapter every month. Dickens became very famous after the success of this novel. During his life, he wrote 15 novels and hundreds of short stories. In 1836, Dickens married a woman called Catherine Hogarth. During his marriage to Catherine, they had 10 children together. The Dickens family also had a pet. It was a bird that could talk. As well as writing, Dickens also loved the theatre and magic. He once acted in a play in front of the Queen of England, Queen Victoria. Charles Dickens died in 1870 at the age of 58, but his novels are still enjoyed all over the world.
Now listen again.
Charles Dickens was born in 1812 in Portsmouth, England. Dickens was lucky enough to go to school, but at the age of 12, he had to leave school to work in a factory. After this, he worked in a law company and then became a journalist. His first novel was published in 1836. It was called The Pickwick Papers. It was published as a serial, which meant people could buy one chapter every month. Dickens became very famous after the success of this novel. During his life, he wrote 15 novels and hundreds of short stories. In 1836, Dickens married a woman called Catherine Hogarth. During his marriage to Catherine, they had 10 children together. The Dickens family also had a pet. It was a bird that could talk. As well as writing, Dickens also loved the theatre and magic. He once acted in a play in front of the Queen of England, Queen Victoria. Charles Dickens died in 1870 at the age of 58, but his novels are still enjoyed all over the world.
All right, now, Junaid, I'm going to ask you some questions about the recording. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, would you tell me, where was Charles Dickens born?
Portsmouth, 1812.
I just asked you where. Where?
Portsmouth, England.
Okay, and where did he work after the factory?
Law company.
Okay, and how many novels did he write?
15 novels.
Okay, and what kind of pet did he have?
Talking pet, bird.
Who did he act in front of?
Queen Victoria.
That's right. What age did he live to?
Sorry, what do you say?
What age did he live to? What age did he live to?
Is born in 1812 and 1817. He died. It's 55 years.
58.
Oh, sorry, 58.
Congratulations, you have passed this part. Okay, next part. Now I'm going to play a recording about first color film? First,
Color film.
you are not allowed to take any notes, but you will tell
Okay.
me in few words.
ISE 1.
What is this recording about? Few words means 1 to 2 sentences. Listen.
Okay.
Task 2.
Colour films are older than you think. Did you know that even some silent movies were made in colour? One of the most popular films of all time was a silent movie called A Trip to the Moon. It was made in France in 1902. The film is a story about a group of people who fly to the moon and meet strange insects living there. Most films at this time were only in black and white, but A Trip to the Moon was special. It was sent to Paris to be made into a colour film. To make it colour, each part of the film had to be painted with coloured paints and brushes. It took 200 people to finish the work. For a long time, people thought that this film was lost. But in 1993, a copy of it was found. You can now see the film in colour in a museum in Spain.
All right.
Colour films are old.
Apologies. Could you please tell me in few words what is this recording about?
They're talking about the color films.
Okay, thank you. Would you like to tell one more thing about it?
Yes, they finished by the 200 people's this film, and the movie name is Trip to the Moon.
Thank you so much. Now listen again and write down 6 important facts from the recording, because I would want you to tell me 6 facts from the recording. Then I'll ask you some follow-up questions. All right, let's start.
Okay.
Colour films are older than you think. Did you know that even some silent movies were made in colour? One of the most popular films of all time was a silent movie called A Trip to the Moon. It was made in France in 1902. The film is a story about a group of people who fly to the moon and meet strange insects living there. Most films at this time were only in black and white, but A Trip to the Moon was special. It was sent to Paris to be made into a colour film. To make it colour, each part of the film had to be painted with coloured paints and brushes. It took 200 people to finish the work. For a long time, people thought that this film was lost. But in 1993, a copy of it was found. You can now see the film in colour in a museum in Spain.
All right, could you please tell me 6 facts from the recording?
Okay. The movie. This is the first color film. Is a silent Trip to the Moon. Is a silent movies, and they make in 1902. The 200 people finished this movie, and each part they colored by the brush. And 1993, the people think about this movie is lost, but 1993 they found a copy of this film in the Museum of Spain. Uh, 1902 they start fly to moon is Spain.
All right, and could you tell me where was A Trip to Moon made? Where was it made?
And each copy of this black and France.
That is correct. And was A Trip to the Moon a successful film?
Yes, is a successful film.
Okay. Were all silent films in black and white?
Yes, but this Trip to the Moon is a special film. So that's why this film is a colorful. The rest of movies is silent movies are black and white, no color films.
Thank you. My
You're
last
welcome.
question to you is about, did they talk about how many people painted the film?
Yes, 200 people
And
finished the work.
thank you so much. You have passed this test.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Congratulations.
much.
Congratulations. Speaking was
Thank you very much.
a little bit off, but I'm sure that you will
Yeah.
get to it. Okay. Thank you so much for
Okay.
joining me.